There we go. Another void horror. Where's the other void horror? Okay, this way.
Impossible. It eludes me. Impossible.
Like what you use can't really be translated perfectly into English, but it's like hearing has a way of bigger range versus speaking. Way higher chance of picking up something that's useful, learning versus speaking constantly. Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying with that. It's never that easy, I think, to translate specific sayings into other languages and have them mean the same. I mean, heck, I have that having moved from the UK to the US, right? We speak the same language, but we couldn't be more different in culture, you know? Especially if you've made them up yourself. Well... Trash can versus bin, toilet versus bathroom. Well, it's things like a flat. So a flat in the UK is an apartment, right? So, but over here, a flat's a flat tire. You know, you go to the pictures or you go into the movies, and you know, for us, you fill a car up with petrol. Over here, it's gas. Gas to us is what you heat your house with or you cook with, you know. First floor, ground floor, yep, that as well, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. You after Indian, you have gas. Yeah, there's a few differences. I mean, though I have to say, the one thing I found is everybody is super nice, right? So it's been pretty easy to move across. Even though it's only temporary, right? I'm only here for 3 years when I go back to the UK. Okay. Right, I've got to go and find these dudes, right? You did a bilingual education and got Oxford and Cambridge degree? You went to Oxford and Cambridge in the UK? Holy potatoes. That's, in the UK, that's seen as a very prestigious thing, right? If you've been there. I don't even have a degree. I joined the military at 18 and that was it. Let's try to stay out of that. Come on, there we go. Your fiancé is an American living here in the UK. Lots of things lost in translation. Oh, yes. Though depending on where she is from the US, the weather's got to suck, right? Because from where I was living in the UK, it was either going to rain or it was raining. People always wonder why the UK always talks so much about the weather, and it's because if you don't, you get wet. Yeah, I lived in Germany for 3 years. The thing is pretty much everybody was trying to speak English to me all the time, so I didn't learn as much as I wanted to.
It eludes me. It eludes me.
I'm having to say, I definitely am finding this build way easier than the marksman right now. I'm probably going to die after saying that because that's how it works. But
Eludes me.
this just feels, it just feels better, right? It feels easy, feels relaxed. Like I don't feel like I'm getting crazy and having to worry about getting squished because it's more like dot based. New England, but it was 16 degrees. Yeah, I heard the UK's got some pretty warm weather right now. They were saying it was hotter in the UK than it was in Ibiza, which is saying something. Yeah, I'm definitely finding this in a very, like, at the very least, like a relaxed build. It might not be the highest damage. It certainly feels like the damage is less, but it definitely feels more relaxed, you know? Don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. You're interested to see what the Weaver's Will has added to the boots when you get a second? Yeah, no worries. Let me check for you. There we go. We have got 18 elemental resist now and 17 crit strike avoidance. And I've got 3 Weaver's Will left. 18's pretty good. Was 5% to start? Yeah, it was. It's more like secondary school. You follow a certain track, which involves getting a Cambridge Oxford degree just for the subject English. You can't ever be native? No, I mean... No, I get that. I mean, my wife's Polish, but she's been in the UK since she was 18. And, I mean, she speaks amazing English, but like you say, there's always a slight thing where you're not quite native, I guess. I guess you can only get to that point if you really started when you were a kid, where you're that impressionable and it's kind of, you start to really think, because that's what she says, like, she obviously speaks amazing English, but she still says she thinks that she thinks in Polish, so... Okay. Well, that's done.
Farewell.
Have we got... Oh, so there's nowhere that I can sell my stuff. Okay. And we got plenty of space, but is there anything I can ditch right now? Maybe that. What's that? Urin's Penance. Minion melee, minion bow. I wonder if that's good for a necromancer. Got a few bits of things like that. Right. Dexterous bone mask of evasion. Not sure I like that. 23% increased damage over time. And lightning resistance. Damage over time definitely wanted. Lightning res, spell damage, poison resist. Gonna lose damage over time. 17% more damage over time while you have haste. No, I want to keep the boots. And then the gloves. Okay. Let's keep going. The slang in the UK is if you get fish and chips, you get a chip butty. Is it a butty, a bap, or a roll? That's a good question. For me, it's a bap. You know, so I'm from like what? South of London, so like Dorset, Wiltshire type area. That's where I come from. So for me, it would be, you know, bacon bap, you know, chip bap, that sort of thing. So. At the time you dreamed in English, but you can never get the real tag native when you're in England, though. You sound too perfect. Yeah, I guess it's the accent, right? It's the slang. And as Ingeronic was just saying there, it's like, depending on what region you're from, you get the different slang words, which is like everywhere in the world, right? Every even region's got its own slang.
Yes?
Oh, hello. Missed that one. I need a way of keeping these damage over time things up longer. They drop off pretty damn quick. That's the problem. Dropping off very fast. You're from the Netherlands? Ah. I have only visited there on vacation and driving through. Because I used to drive from the UK to my base in Germany. So I'd go up around the Antwerp ring, out past Venlo, and then out to Germany that way. Okay. Ooh, hello. Abandoned tunnel. Oh, I would agree with that. Ingeronic, I would agree with that. You know, European, particularly writing English, I would definitely say. I would definitely agree with that. And Rafa Fonseca with the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. Really do appreciate it. Hope I can entertain you at least for 5 minutes. And thank you for all the people that stayed on with the raid. I really appreciate that. I know you never know what you kind of get when you raid someone you've never seen before, so I really appreciate everyone staying on board. That's super kind. Thank you. Bubba Jack as well with the follow. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. You've literally smashed my follow goal like to pieces. It's unbelievable. You got the accent down. You can speak. Oh, you can do all the accents. You got the Birmingham one. You got the Liverpool one. The London one. You got all the Cockney rhyming slang. Thankfully, a lot of people watching Hog like ARPG games a lot. Why can't I move? Hello? What's going on? Can't move on this either. Huh. What is going on? This all moves, everything, but my character's stuck. Interesting. Let's just do this while we're here. So I want to get that up anyway, right? So, because that's the damage over time, so that's done. And then we had skills. So where do I want to go after that? I am following the build guide, as I said, so you have to forgive me for going into this. Right, I want to get that one and this one down here. Ooh, and we've got something else which I want to put into Spirit Plague. And Spirit Plague, I want to come into here to pick up mana efficiency, increased duration. That's what I was looking for, because this drops off really quickly. So the increased duration there, and then more poison stats per cast, because it was only stacking at 1. So that's good. And yeah, let's go for the final one of that. Good. You started watching Rax, then he raided a Hog, and now you're here. Interesting to see different people. It is. Right now, I can't move. I'm stuck. Everything works, but we cannot move. Let's go to the character select screen and see if that works. Actually, no, the easier way would be to see if we can teleport. Yeah, you can teleport, so I'll just teleport back. And Auto Insidious with the follow as well. Thank you very much for the follow, Auto Insidious. Really appreciate it. There you go. I don't know what was going on there. It just would not let us move. That's all right. We're now moving. But that's better. We got a much better duration now on that on the Spirit Plague, so that's good. The one thing I find, like with the marksman build, I thought it was going to be a much more mobile playstyle than it was. Whereas I'm finding this to be much easier just to keep walking. Like, it's much easier just to keep walking through the level and doing the damage and keep going. Because the Wandering Spirits are so good. And the and the Reapers gives you a level of survivability, which is quite nice. But yeah, I actually think I was finding that the marksman rogue a little bit slower. What did I spec into marksman wise? It was it was detonating arrow and traps with the rain of traps.
Impossible.
But one of the things I found with the traps is it's great if you're walking forward and like bombarding everything. But I found that you could get caught out sometimes because I found it was quite squishy. Whereas here I've kind of got the Reaper, which kind of keeps you out of trouble a little bit. And because you've got all the minions as well, right? The minions just kill stuff as you go. And the dots as well. Like, I'm just finding if I keep the Reaper form and the Wandering Spirits on cooldown, it's actually just demolishing stuff at the moment. The only thing I'm finding it slower is I'm finding it slower on bosses, like on the big mobs. It seems slower. Blast Rain, Explosive Trap. So yeah, it was Explosive Trap. So I had Shift, Smoke Bomb, and Decoy. Yeah. You shifted near enemies, used the shift damage ability. So I had the one that I spec the skill into the shurikens, but I wasn't using that as a skill. But when you did the shift, you got the shuriken spinning around you. Oh, we got another Weaver affix added. There you go. I'll have a look for you. Just for you, Ingaronic. We got +1 dexterity, +1 strength. We're up to 27% on elemental resistance, and that's all of it gone. The only thing I found with Smoke Bomb, particularly on bosses, every time I'd use Smoke Bomb, the boss would just put a giant AoE in it, so I couldn't actually stand in it.
It eludes.
Okay.
Impossible. Impossible. It eludes.
You know, and the Spirit Plague's good because as soon as a mob dies, it passes it on to other mobs. So you kind of just got this permanent AoE going on. I actually quite like it. I actually, for clearing, like, basic minions, actually feels quite nice.
Impossible. It will not take me.
Oh, there we go. Oh, he came back alive. Okay, there we go. Oh, some loot.
It eludes me.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it, how it feels. It feels nice to play with. Seems like damage has increased a lot. Yeah, it definitely has. Getting the Reaper made a big difference as well, because it just feels like I've got a little bit more survivability to play with. Because, of course, you can't die as the Reaper. It just puts you back as your normal thing. The spell reminds you of Aragorn, Army of the Dead. There's definitely some of that, right? There's definitely some of that. Right, so... where have we got to go to? Let's go back to there. Playing Last Epoch like it's WoW, just tendonitis causing gameplay. So I'm a WASD lover. So when I first played the game a few days ago, I was like,
smile upon you.
I was struggling to play with mouse point and click. But then I played with the controller, which I don't normally do, but I play with the controller on a Steam Deck. And man, does the controller feel good. It's so smooth. I really enjoy playing with the controller. It's really nice. There's nothing I really want there. So, yeah, I was very surprised about how nice it works with the controller. I think it's because you've got the limited amount of skills, right? So we've got that one. What else have we got to do? What's this one? How do I find out what that is? Ancient Path. Oh, there it is. Return to the council chambers. Speak with the Chronomancer. Okay, who's the Chronomancer? Ah, he's up the... Is he up the stairs, maybe? Is it this one?
Greetings.
Yes, that one. There we go. There we go. That's the one. Cool. Right, now we can come across up here and do Shattered Valley. It's coming. Yeah, I know it's coming. I was like, literally started playing the game and suddenly there's like a new season coming out and it's like, oh, and by the way, you're going to get WASD. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Definitely looking forward to that. But I have to say, as you know, the controller's working really well. I can't complain. Really can't complain. It was much smoother than I was expecting. And I say the good thing with that is, for me, it means it'll be really nice to play on the Steam Deck. And I travel so much on airplanes, playing this in the Steam Deck is going to be great. Yeah, just the damage of Spirit Plague now, because the Spirit Plague is just jumping to everybody when they die. Hello, Ancient Forest. Let's give that a go. It's a beta option. They said they will have some bugs in it, but it seems to be working well enough. Hey, I mean, just putting it in the game is great, right? So...
Your death has come. It eludes me.
The damage is definitely up. This Spirit Plague now is working really nice. And the fact the Spirit Plague jumps is just really good.
Death will not take me.
Offline mode, man, I tell ya,
Eludes me.
that's the difference when you have games that are developed by people that actually play games. I just feel like so many games these days are just made by people that don't actually play them. It's like what and actually know what people want and why they want it. Offline mode, it's great to have it.
It eludes me.
You know, and a game like this should be perfect for the Steam Deck, right? It's just that kind of, you know, it's perfect for that type of system. First time in England, people thought you were Welsh. Man, I'm not sure that's a good thing. I'm as English as they come, so thinking you're Welsh.
It eludes me. It eludes me.
No, I have. In fact, one half of my family actually originates from Wales, so.
Your death impossible.
The option just to play Legacy when the new release hits is great. So, like some people like the seasonal stuff. I like the seasonal stuff for me, particularly if you're like replaying stuff, right? Oh crap! Don't stand in front of the dragon's mouth.
Impossible.
Okay, there we go. Now we got that up. Oh. Oh yeah, we can get our poison stacks really well up now. There we go. That's the big difference on the bosses, that we can now really push up the Spirit Plague stacks. We couldn't do that before. So because we can do that now, that's huge. That's massive on the boss. The fact you can play Legacy with all the new added content is quite amazing. Yeah, that is, I mean, often obviously, right, that you can't do that, I guess. Right, where are we going? Back to Ruined Era, Sacred Valley to get to the courtyard. Okay, so... in fact, what have we got? We've got passives, so I want to more into that. I've got 3 unspent points. Have we got people? Yeah, we got a big dude. Oh, okay.
It eludes me.
There we go. Now he's gone. Now we can do the skills.